If you work in university maintenance, Grainger considers you an MVP because your playbook ensures your arena is always ready for tip-off. And Grainger is your trusted partner, offering the products you need all in one place, from HVAC and plumbing supplies to lighting and more. And all delivered with plenty of time left on the clock, so your team always gets the win. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, visit Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Quick quiz. What injury law firm has been helping people in the District, Maryland, and Virginia for over 35 years? That's right. It's Greenberg and Betterman. Auto accident? Medical malpractice? Get a free consultation by visiting gblawyers.com and feel better.
Yo, thanks for listening, downloading, and subscribing to the latest edition of the 12 Kyle podcast. I'm 12 Kyle, but you found this podcast, so you should know that by now. If you haven't done so already, make sure that you subscribe to this podcast. You can find a podcast just about anywhere. We're on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, SoundCloud, Overcast FM, Google Play, and YouTube. And of course, you can catch me on Facebook, facebook.com/ spell it out, TWELVEKYLE. And you can find me on Instagram at 12 Kyle Podcast. And of course, you can catch me hanging out on the Twitter streets at 12 Kyle, the number 12 KYLE. And you can follow the podcast at 12 Kyle Podcast. All right, on this particular podcast, man, we're going to talk about social media. Actually, anti-social media. My rant on the things that I don't like about social media. So sit back, relax, get prepared to laugh, get your popcorn ready, pass the word, tell a friend. We're going to drop the theme music, and we'll get this podcast cracking. Let's go. Welcome back to the podcast. It's me. As I mentioned at the top, man, we're going to talk about anti-social media. Just some things that I don't like that you guys probably see every day. And we all see and we tolerate, and we probably shouldn't tolerate it, right? I don't want to sound hypocritical because, you know, before I got the podcast started, I told you about where you could find me on social media. So obviously I'm all over social media. And I enjoy social media. I don't want anybody to get it twisted. But I've come to the point where I have to kind of take social media in doses. I'm a little bit different from most people who use social media because of my background. And just to give you a brief synopsis, like I started with social media via Blogger. The old antiquated Blogger. That was back in 2007. And then I came to Twitter in July of 2008. So that was really before Twitter was even popping. Like I remember one of my blogger friends that had introduced us to Twitter, and they were like, hey, you know, this new thing where we can, you know, keep in touch with each other, and we don't have to necessarily hit each other up, because we would go on each other's blogs and comment and blog. And blogging was something that you did just about every day, right? Or every other day. And if you weren't blogging, you spent, you know, an hour or so responding to other people's blogs and things of that nature. So it was a really, really cool setup and a really cool network. And I really, really enjoyed it. But when Twitter came, Twitter was something different for us because we were able to keep in contact with each other just the same way, but just a little bit faster. And I remember one of the funniest things was we would, when we first got on Twitter, just the network of friends that I had that were bloggers that were on Twitter, because it was just a few of us, we would set our alerts to anytime somebody tweeted something. You would get a text message. So, I mean, can you imagine getting a text message every time somebody sent a tweet that you followed? But that's all it was. It was just a handful of us following each other. So we really look forward to seeing the tweets and getting those text messages and things of that nature. So we were on Twitter before Twitter really blew up and became a thing. I mean, like Twitter is now the thing where everybody goes to get news and information, and myself included. I mean, a lot of times I get information from Twitter. I get news from Twitter before I get news anywhere else. So I don't have the attachment, if you will, that everybody else, or at least I don't want to say everybody, that some people have to Twitter. So my background is a little bit different. So I've, kind of grown up social media wise without it. So it's not necessarily something that I need to have. Sometimes I see people tweeting and I'm like, I wonder what you would do if you didn't have this medium, because you just seem to live here. Nonetheless, I mean, it's cool. But one of the biggest things, and I don't want to sound like the old guy in the room, even though I probably am the old guy in the room. but yeah, it's social media. It's out of control. I mean, like some aspects of it's just out of control. And people have done that. I think social media is what it is, but I think people have made it get out of control. And what I mean by that is, like, case in point, like one of the first things you have to ask yourself is like, who's your audience? And I ask myself that a lot sometimes when I see people post stuff, because I'm like, okay, who are you posting this for? Because obviously you're posting it for someone to see and have a response. Keep in mind that when you're on social media, you have an audience. We all have an audience. Doesn't matter if you have 50,000 followers or 5 followers, you have an audience. So who is it? Who are you posting for? Case in point, and I'm just going to read you a Facebook post that I just saw right before I went to, record this podcast. One of my Facebook friends says, their Facebook status reads, "When your melanin is popping, ... I won't read the rest of it, but when you start off by saying, when you're blank, 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 come on, man, you fronting." I mean, like, who talks like that? Nobody says, yo, when your Jordans are clean, you're fly. I mean, like, nobody, you don't talk like that in real life. So I guess part of the issue is that, like, I can't, and I don't put on any airs. I am who I am. I've said this often. I've said it on my blog. 12 Kyle and Kyle are the same person. You're not going to get, if any of you listening to this were ever to meet me in public or meet me face to face, what you see is what you get. You're not going to get anybody different. You're not going to get anybody put on any airs or anything like that. I'm just a regular cool cat, and that's how I kick it. And so what you see is what you get. Whatever you've been able to interpret through tweets or Facebook posts or Instagram posts, that's who I am. I can't be anybody other than who I am. Sometimes it's hard enough being yourself. Damn sure hard trying to be somebody else. But, so that thing, like, so reading something like that, I'm like, who's your audience? Who are you talking to? When your melanin is popping? I mean, come on, man. Really? I mean, come on. Are you for real? You have to keep in mind that everything that you post is viewed and consumed, regardless of whether or not somebody responds to it or not. And I think some things, in fact, a lot of stuff is just not meant for public consumption. That's just me. It's like when you were growing up, your mom said, don't put our business in the street. And she meant that because, like, everything that goes on in your household is not necessarily meant for the world, the world to know about. And I think we've kind of lost sight of that. In fact, I think a lot of people lost sight of that. So I think, you have to keep that in mind. Everything that you post, everything that you say is being consumed by other people. I have children. My parents are on Facebook. So anything that I say, I'm not going to say anything crazy because I know at some point they're going to read it. And not that I have to answer to them or anything like that, but that's just common sense. I mean, it's just, I am beyond blown away sometimes by some of the stuff that I see. And I'm like, yo, who is your audience? What are you typing this for? Are you looking to get some type of attention? And obviously some people are starving for attention. And, to be honest, some people are lame in real life so they can, log onto a computer or log into a phone and they can become whoever they want to be. Facebook, that's another thing too. Facebook is cool. I remember a couple of years ago, man, I was seriously thinking about leaving Facebook, and the only thing that made me not leave Facebook was the fact that one of my closest friends from second grade found me on Facebook, and I hadn't seen him or talked to him, man, since we were in like middle school. And I was like, well, this is a good medium. I can't get rid of it per se. I can, I don't have to be on here all the time, but I saw the benefit of it, at least at that particular time. But it's a lot of stuff on Facebook has me scratching my head. One thing that has me scratching my head in particular is when people say, "Pray for me." Where can I begin with the pray for me request? And don't get me wrong, I understand that people want other people to pray. And I'm big on prayer. But if you say pray, like I remember one time I saw a Facebook post, somebody said, "Pray for me." And then like they never said, and they went on to talk about something else, but they never said what the issue is. So obviously, if you read that, you would think, okay, something's wrong with this person. Are they suffering from depression? Are they hurting? Are they suicidal? I mean, like your mind is racing as to what's wrong with this person, but they never, even in the comment section, never said what the issue was. You don't have to necessarily be a nosy person, but you're going to be curious as to, okay, well, what's going on? But they never revealed what the issue was. So they just wanted prayer. So that's always, and I mean, like, and don't get me wrong. If you have enough Facebook friends, you probably can scroll up and down your timeline almost every other day. At least I know that I do almost every other day. And, someone in your, social network has lost a loved one, and that's tough. But like, just personally for me, I don't say, or if someone's suffering, if someone lost a loved one, a parent, or they lost a friend or anything like that, if I say I'm praying for you, I've actually said a prayer. I think it's vogue to get on Facebook and say, "I'm praying for you," but you really haven't prayed. Because that seems like the nicest thing to say. If I get on Facebook today and say, "Oh man, my pet dog Skippy died, man. Me and Skippy, we were friends, man. He's man's best friend for 15 years. He's been right here by my side, and I'm heartbroken that he's gone." I will have 100 messages of people saying, "I'm praying for you." I mean, come on, really? Are you really praying for me and Skippy? Come on, man. I don't think that you are. Just be genuine about it. I mean, some people are genuinely praying, but I don't ever tell somebody I'm praying for them unless I actually have. The multiple Facebook posts. Whew, man, where do I start? I remember, and I'm not going to call her name because I'm pretty sure she's going to listen to this podcast, but one of my Facebook friends, mad cool, she posted on her Facebook page, she said something to the effect of like, some of you should chill with all of these Facebook posts. You probably, if you have this many posts in a day, you probably should take it to Twitter, which is my sentiments exactly. And what was weird was I got on her page and I commented about it. We laughed. I was kind of blown because there were a few people that took offense to it. And, I think one person said Twitter was dumb and they didn't understand Twitter. I'm like, dude, you can't have 20 Facebook posts in a day. I mean, like, personally speaking, I don't think Facebook was meant for that. I think if you have that many thoughts or that many places that you want to share with people, I think you probably want to take it to Twitter. But then again, it goes to your audience. If you have, 25 Twitter followers, but you've got 1,000 Facebook friends, you're probably going to play to the bigger audience. I could be wrong. And I mean, I don't get caught up in how many followers people have on Twitter, but you obviously have a bigger audience. So I don't know. I mean, but I just know that it's not meant for that, for real. If you have 20 Facebook posts in a day, or even worse, during NFL season. Oh my God. People post 15 times during the game. I mean, like, honestly, that's not what I'm willing to bet that's not what Mark Zuckerberg had in mind when he created Facebook. Not for you to have 25 posts because the Cowboys are losing. Nonetheless, I mean, that actually irks my nerves. And what I've done is I've managed to stop following some people on Facebook. I mean, I'm still friends with them, but I've unfollowed their posts because it's just it's annoying. And you know what else is annoying? Getting notifications when someone comments behind you. Now, I turn my notifications off once I comment on somebody's page, but I don't really understand that aspect of it. It's kind of dumb to me. And another feature that Facebook has that I really don't like, I don't even know if it's still around, but it was really boring and useless. What the hell is a Facebook poke? What the hell is a Facebook poke? Why would you poke somebody? I mean, you got my phone number. Don't poke me. Text me. What else? Oh, you know what? The older generation, older people say, "Oh, yeah, well, you know, people on Facebook are in my business." You put all of your business on Facebook, so how do you expect people not to be in your business? Duh. I mean, come on, man. Let's use a little bit of common sense here, okay? What other social media? Instagram. I like Instagram. Instagram's cool. Instagram, to my knowledge, is primarily for pictures. I don't think Instagram was necessarily built for quotes, multiple quotes, or writings. I could be wrong. I think that it was supposed to be built for quotes. Now, for the most part, most of my Instagram friends and Instagram followers, they don't do a lot of quotes. But one of my boys who's single, he always tells me, he said one of the first things he does is, if a woman is interested in him and he knows that she has a Instagram account, he said he will go to her Instagram account, and if she has more posts with writings and quotes and stuff like that as opposed to pictures, in his mind, she's crazy. And he's like, I have to stay away from her. I don't know how he came to that conclusion, but he pointed that out to me one day. And, you know, that's his thing. Who am I to argue? I don't know. But yeah, Instagram is cool. I'm not a fan of pictures of food. You know, if you post a picture of a drink, that's cool. But pictures of food, unless you're a chef, unless you have a food business, which a couple of my friends do, and I love looking at their pictures. I think I don't understand the phenomenon. Maybe somebody, and please feel free to comment in the comment section or tweet me, whatever you want to do. Explain to me that phenomenon, because I still don't understand it. I mean, it's not like you can share your food with me. I mean, so if you take a picture of your T-bone steak, what am I supposed to do with that? And then more often than not, people will post pictures of food and their food will be on paper plates. If you post pictures of food on paper plates, I'm judging you. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm judging you, and that's not to say I don't eat off paper plates, because I do, because we don't like washing dishes. But I'm not taking a picture of my food on a paper plate. That's just not cool. I'm sorry, it's not. And if you're listening and you're doing that, please stop, because I'm not the only one that's judging you. Yeah, so I'm not big on that at all. Not big on the food pictures, of course. And then, you know, we will have from time to time, especially around the holidays, the struggle food pictures. What I mean by that is when you show that picture of that food and it looks like who knows what it is. Like, people, when someone has to look at your plate and guess what it is, you probably shouldn't have posted that picture. Probably. Instagram models, I don't really know what to make of Instagram models. I mean, like, do they get money or something? I mean, like, I see them popping up all the time. And I mean, if you get, if you're a beautiful woman and you pose in a bathing suit next to a pool and, you get 15,000 likes, do you get money from that? I'm seriously asking because I don't know. But after you get all those likes, I mean, what's supposed to happen? I mean, are you turning it into money or something? I don't really understand that. And are you and that's another question I have for people that, use Instagram pretty heavy. And I use Instagram, but are you posting for likes? Are you doing it for the likes? And I think there's a generation, probably the generation beneath most of us that are listening, teenagers, they're posting things and they want to get a certain number of likes. Now I think I've got like 600 people that follow me on Instagram. If I post a picture of me or my kids or my family, or, I'm pretty sure I'll probably get, 60, 70 likes, I guess. I don't know. To be honest, I really don't pay attention to it, to be honest. I'm not that, I'm cool, I'm dope, but I don't think people just flock to see what pictures I'm posting of my kids. But yeah, I mean, I don't stunt for the gram. Whatever you see me doing, most of the stuff that I do, I probably don't take pictures of. But that's just me. Hey, what can I say? I like the relationship pictures of, on Instagram and Facebook. I have pictures of myself and my wife. But, I think sometimes people tend to overdo it a little bit, and it's I'm not trying to cast any aspersions on anybody's relationship, but, I don't know. It's just, there's just something in me where I feel like I said, I think some things are just kind of left up to interpretation. Like me, my wife and I, we've been together for forever. We've been married for almost 17 years at the time of this recording. Do you need to see pictures? We're together every day. Do you need to see pictures of us every day? No, probably not. Now I do know people that do that, and that's cool. But when they break up, boy, you're gonna have a hard time getting rid of those pictures because you got to take them down. So yeah, Instagram is cool. I like Instagram, but I mean, like I said, who's your audience? And as I mentioned, Twitter, Twitter is cool, man, but Twitter is somewhat of a mystery at times. I've often said Twitter is not the place where you get into an argument. First and foremost, it's 140 characters, right? So there's only but so much I can say in 140 characters. I understand that some conversations, some topics can't necessarily be expressed, and sometimes things can get lost in translation in 140 characters. I remember, shout out to my boy Eclectic. He said, man, you get on Twitter and you tweet about sports, you tweet about hip hop, and you tweet about the blacklist. He said that's all you tweet about, which is far from the truth. I tweet about other stuff, but I mean, sports and hip hop, yeah. But I even with hip hop, I try not to tweet as much about it. I mean, if I have a thought about something, I'll tweet it, because that's all Twitter is to me. It's about my thoughts. I'm not necessarily tweeting to necessarily to carry a conversation. I can carry a conversation if need be, but I'm not necessarily doing it for that or looking for the attention for it. Sometimes I could tweet something and people not responding. I'm cool. It's no big deal. But yeah, I think it's pointless to argue with people online on Twitter or threaten them or anything like that, because Twitter's gotten wild. I mean, let's just keep it real. One of the things that I do know is that one of the great things about Twitter, block and mute, those are your friends. I've been muting people and words more often than not. I don't follow as many people as I used to, and it's not because I'm arrogant or anything like that, but when I follow people who follow me. I genuinely follow them back. Sometimes people follow me and I don't know that they're following me, and if we're tweeting and stuff, sometimes I just assume that I'm following them back because I don't pay attention to that stuff. And then, if you're following me and then you say, "Hey, I'm following you," and then I realize I'm not following them back, I'll follow them back like that. But other than that, I generally don't. I'm good with the followers I have, so I'm not going out looking for new followers. It's cool if they come. I don't, I'm always amazed that people are interested in what I have to say. I mean, of course, I have dope stuff to say because I'm dope. Modestly speaking, but it's always just a bug out because you have people from all different walks of life from all across the world tweeting with you, and I think that's cool. But yeah, sometimes you have to block and mute people. I haven't blocked a lot of people, but I've muted a lot of people. I've muted a lot of words, and I've unfollowed people, and people have unfollowed me, and that's cool too. But I think like one of the smartest things that I did, and I just did this here recently. Your president, your man's, his name, I muted his name. So his name does not come up in my mentions. So if you're tweeting about him, your tweet doesn't show up in my timeline. And that has done wonders for my timeline because most times that I get on Twitter, I don't check my timeline. I just start tweeting. Or sometimes I'll go check for certain people that I follow. But more often than not, I don't check my timeline. So I just start tweeting. But I remember, prior to a couple of weeks ago, I would just go to my timeline and man, his name was, tweeted. I mean, of course he's doing all kind of dumb shit. So naturally people are tweeting about him, but I get enough of that outside of Twitter. I come to Twitter just to kick it and have fun and chop it up with folks. So I don't want to keep it too. I mean, you can get deep on Twitter. Twitter ain't necessarily a place I want to get deep with. To be honest, if I want to get deep, I have a blog for that, and that's what I use it for. But yeah, it's the block and mute are perfect. If you haven't used the block or the mute, do yourself a favor. Do that. Mute people. Mute subjects. It'll do worlds of good for you. But yeah, don't argue with people as well. I think that goes without saying. I mean, because people will tweet and then retweet dumb stuff. And then if you constantly find yourself having people retweeting stuff into your timeline, just unfollow them. I mean, it's just that simple. You have to, one thing you have to keep in mind, like that stuff is, it is time consuming for you, and it can be aggravating and frustrating. And when it gets to the point where it's not fun and it's aggravating and frustrating, then you gotta kind of step away. Which leads me to my last point, man. I do and I haven't done it in a while, but I'm gonna go back to it. What we call the Sunday silence, and that's a day where I just don't do any social media whatsoever. None. No tweets, no Facebook, no Instagram, no nothing. Don't check anybody's stuff. And I started doing that because my homeboy said he was doing it at one point in time. And you'd be surprised. And I'll be honest. I mean, for a lot of us, social media it's a distraction. It's a step away, but it also keeps us involved. But it's also time consuming. And most of us, be honest, we're doing it at work. So if you're tweeting, then you're damn sure not doing your work. But that's cool because sometimes you need that break from that. But yeah, I'm not. Sometimes you just have to, because it's so consuming. Sometimes you have to just step away from it. And once you step away from it, you'd be surprised at how much stuff you can get done, how much stuff that you think that you missed that you really don't miss. So I would definitely do that. I think one of the things you have to kind of keep in mind is that when it comes to social media, you can't allow it to change the way that you feel. And I've seen some people say, oh, well, Facebook is pissing me off. Twitter's pissing me off. I don't like Instagram anymore. It's not fun anymore. They've changed it to make it look like Snapchat. I'm not on Snapchat, by the way, so I don't have anything. I don't have anything to rant about on Snapchat. But understand that with social media, more often than not, you invited people to come check you out. You invited people to come get to know you. You invited people to come see what it is that you're talking about. Why the hell would you be mad about the people that you invited? Just uninvite them. And then keep some sanity. and everything else should take care of itself. But as I mentioned at the top, man, it's about the consumption. You give what you get, and it's okay to back away from it because too much of anything ain't good for you. That's going to do it for me. Thanks again for checking out another edition of the 12 Kyle podcast. It's your boy 12 Kyle. I'll catch you guys next time. 5,000.
If you work in university maintenance, Grainger considers you an MVP because your playbook ensures your arena is always ready for tip-off. And Grainger is your trusted partner, offering the products you need all in one place, from HVAC and plumbing supplies to lighting and more, and all delivered with plenty of time left on the clock, so your team always gets the win. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, visit Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done. If you work in university maintenance, Grainger considers you an MVP because your playbook ensures your arena is always ready for tip-off. And Grainger is your trusted partner, offering the products you need all in one place, from HVAC and plumbing supplies to lighting and more, and all delivered with plenty of time left on the clock, so your team always gets the win. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, visit Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.